I have to give New York a little credit. They have mostly now newer trains. They've got kind of a newer technology, and I can tell they're newer from what they used to be. A lot of the trains were just like right out of like India. I mean, they were ghastly, but now they're better. Now they're a little bit. New York is getting better. It's coming back.
So when you are stabbed, you fall onto a cleaner floor.
Yes, and a little red light goes off saying
exactly
dead body
right.
on
when
car 5.
When the body fluids are sprayed over you, they come against a cleaner window.
When they take
head.
the fire extinguishers to put out your body when it's lit on fire, they can sweep it up real quick.
Exactly.
But anyway, I was thinking about the reason I don't really want to put a reasonable Democrat on. Because I don't want to let them score any points. We got to keep winning, Mark. Now we got to put look. Trump gives two craps right now. He is. It is just Trump on steroids. He doesn't care. He's got one term to do all this. He's throwing so much. We got to keep winning. We got to win in the midterms. And I don't want to. I really look. I'm a partisan. I don't want them to win.
But here's the thing: there is nothing. One's partisanship is not diluted by paying thoughtful attention to who we're going to meet on the battlefield. So this guy, if I'm hearing you right, you would disagree with everything he said, but he seemed thoughtful, seemed principled, seemed a worthy conversational partner. Do it.
I want them all.
It makes our brains bigger. It's calisthenic. It's like, okay, there they are. It doesn't quote unquote help them. It's not like the party's going to hear one guest on your show or mine and go, oh, that's right, we need to get rid of the AOCs and the Jasmine Crockett's and start offering up Fetterman.
I think that what it does though is remind the audience that there are some reasonable Democrats and maybe they're not so bad, and then they go back to their old ways. And they vote for Democrat. No, he's blackballed. I'm glad. I've just decided I'm not having him on. He's not going to darken our door. I mean, incidentally, did you see the CBS News YouGov poll?
Okay. Can I build to this? I will let you deliver the number. I will build it up. I will deliver the lob. You deliver the overhand smash. Last night, they go to the polling, and they say, okay, America, what did you think of this? We are still basically a 50-50 country with the poll victory, with the popular vote victory. Maybe you call it 52-48, something like that. But we're still a very balanced, liberal, conservative country. So it would be something if it were like 60-40, a 20-point. That would be really, really something if the positives were 60 and the negatives were 40. Then you get greedy and you go, 66-33, 66-34, like a 2-1 margin. Oh, dare we dream that the poll numbers be that high? With more, here's Mike.
Gosh, you're good. I love the way you set things up. And let's qualify, if this is CBS. This is not Town Hall.
Oh, no.
This is not National Review. This is CBS.
It's also not online.
Correct.
Like, hey, laptops, how did you feel about this? Because that's totally unscientific.
And it's only among those who actually bothered to watch the speech.
Correct.
This is among speech watchers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, your overall view of Trump's speech, 76% approved, 23% disapproved. 76 to 23. Now,
3-1.
Now, let's go down into the weeds a little bit on it.
Yeah.
The time Trump spent on issues you care about. 63% a lot, 28% a little. Speech made you feel hopeful, 68%, proud, 54%, worried, 27%.
No, they're worried, all right.
Well, 27% though, Mark. That's 1 out of 4. That's nothing. That's such a minority. Like Trump's plans for waste in government spending, like 77%, dislike 23. Immigration, 77%. Ukraine, 73%. Now tariffs, he really stumbles here. Oh my gosh.
At 2019.
It's only 65% his plans. And of course, my favorite question of the poll, yes, having congressmen removed from the chamber for interrupting Trump.
Yes.
76% approved, only 24% disapproved. I mean, this Al Green, this pathetic guy, do you think they sit around in a room somewhere and say, all right, who's gonna draw the short straw here? Al, you know it. Wave your cane, stand up there and make a jackass out of yourself. Let's make them remove you. Do you think they do that like by a voice vote, or does he just do it because he wants to?
Knowing Al, I think it's Al. And if somebody had come to us during this segment yesterday, ding, 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 excuse me, Mike and Mark, would you guys come up with a list of things Democrats could do to make them look like even bigger, pathetic losers? I think we would have said, well, let's have one of them behave like such a fool that he is actually physically removed. Let's have them all wear some color. Let's have them wear pink to remind everybody that they voted against protecting women and women's sports and women in locker rooms. And let's a third thing. What would you and I have come up with? How about some stupid little signs that look like they're
little paddles,
at an auction,
little paddles like they're in Sotheby's or whatever it is. I mean, Elon steals. False. Did you see the dummy from New Mexico that had the sign, "This is not normal"? And then I think it was a Texas congressman who ripped the sign out of her hand. This is when Trump was coming down the aisle.
Yeah.
And I was anchoring, so I'm on the set here in New York, and I'm saying, oh, there's President Trump, and there's Pete Hegseth. And this dummy in her pink suit is standing there with a little sign. It just said, "This is not normal."
She's kind of right.
Yeah, I agree with her. I said, you're right.
Not in the way she means.
That's right, but we agree for the wrong reason. But I said, you're absolutely, you are correct, ma'am. And then somebody ripped it out of her hand and threw it up in the air. I mean, it's funny. I went through a cycle last night where for a while, about halfway into the speech, I thought, I know there's going to be criticism for the way the Democrats are carrying on, right? And believe me, they booed and they made noises and they grunted and they groaned and they sighed and they heaved, and Nancy Pelosi was trying to keep her dentures in the whole night. And incidentally, there was a meme that showed how it started, how it finished.
Yeah.
On the left was Nancy ripping up Trump's State of the Union speech.
2020.
And on the right was last night where she's all hunched over. Her dentures look like they're going to pop out of her head any minute now. Her hair looks unkempt. She's a mess. She's got her walker, her cane, because the poor thing, fell down some steps recently. That's how it ended for her. That speech ripping night was one of the most shameful things. I'll never forget it. I'll never forgive her. But here's the cycle I went on, and I want to bounce it off you as we close. Mm-hmm. I got halfway through, and I thought, you know what? I don't mind the rambunctiousness. I thought, they don't like him. They're upset. You've seen British Parliament. They're all yelling at each other and they're screaming at each other.
That's Prime Minister's question time where that's expected.
Right, but that's okay. But to me, it's America. I kind of like it. But then I started seething. I started to get angry at the things that they kept sitting down for and wouldn't clap. Mark, they couldn't clap for the return of a Russian hostage. I watched them. Adam Schiff.
And his 95-year-old mother. Exactly.
And they couldn't clap for the 13-year-old cancer patient.
Nope.
They couldn't clap for the girl that got permanently ruined from sports because a biological male spiked a volleyball into her face and gave her brain damage. They didn't clap for any of that, Mark. And I thought, they are broken. Mark, today's Democrat Party, full stop, and I know you hate that expression, but I'm going to say it.
It works now.
It's a freak show. Today's Democrat Party is a freak show. They are unrecognizable from even 5 or 10 years ago. They're broken. Trump broke them. America is back, and it is a golden era, and I'm loving every minute of it, my friend.
Me too. Love you. Superb analysis as always. Let's go every day an adventure. We look forward to your views later on. I love you, man.
Happy Wednesday. See you soon.
It is a happy Wednesday. It is any day when there's a Mike Gallagher show coming up, and there always is. 10 o'clock as soon as we're done. Right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
660 AM, The Answer. For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.